Hello and welcome to From the South, teleSur's daily news show. We start off in Latin America. Mexico's National Human Rights Commission has released a report implicating federal police officers in the extrajudicial killing of nearly 24 suspected cartel members. In May 2015, federal police ambushed suspected members of the Jalisco New Generation cartel in Michoacan and killed 42 men. According to the report, police lied about their role during the incident, moved 7 bodies, and shifted weapons to manipulate the scene.
This Wednesday, at the same time the Honduran men's soccer team was playing in the Olympic semifinals against Brazil, the Supreme Court approved the re-election requested by President Juan Orlando Hernández by declaring that the rule in the Constitution forbidding re-election was itself unconstitutional. The move has underscored the power President Hernández has over the courts and the legislature, and it came without the need of a referendum to change the Constitution, and without any opposition from the Liberal Party's judges in the court that were supposedly against it. The news was unexpected for some, but not for many.
I have never believed that the Liberals are part of the opposition. Their acts have been very clear. They supported the 2009 coup. They have handed power to the National Party. Yesterday they could have stopped them, but their judges voted together with the National Party and supported the re-election unanimously.
After the Supreme Court ruled that prohibiting re-election in the Constitution was unconstitutional, Congress acted quickly. Opposition lawmakers had proposed a referendum to ask Honduran citizens if they agreed with re-election. But in order for this to go forward, it needed 2/3 of Congress to support, or 86 votes over the issue. The very same day, again, President Juan Hernández's National Party pushed through its agenda, blocking the referendum proposal, this time with bribes to lawmakers from other parties.
The heads of the National Party don't want to ask the people's opinion. They want to do things by force. Their party had 48 votes, and they bought 7 more. The rest of the lawmakers, 72 in total, voted for the referendum.
In just a day, President Juan Hernández got what he'd been looking for more than a year, the chance to run for re-election, something that only 30% of Honduran citizens support, and something that was the pretext for the 2009 coup against then President Manuel Zelaya. They said he was trying to change the constitution to allow for re-election. Now, the other 2 remaining opposition forces, the Anti-Corruption Party and the Libre Party, are calling for street actions against the government's move. Gerardo Torres, teleSur, Honduras.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro said that his country has signed $4.5 billion in mining deals with foreign and domestic companies. He added that in the next few days, contracts totaling $20 billion will also be signed. According to the president, 60% of the income received from these deals will be spent on social projects. Argentina's Supreme Court has blocked President Mauricio Macri's move to slash natural gas subsidies, ruling that the government must hold public hearings before implementing any rate increase for residential customers. President Mauricio Macri had been moving to eliminate electricity, gas, and water subsidies, sending prices soaring. Protests had already forced the government to cap the gas increases at 400% for homes and 500% for businesses. In Japan, police removed demonstrators that were blocking the entrance of Okinawa's U.S. military base. They were protesting against the U.S. construction of helipads in a nearby village, as well as the recent spat in violent acts committed by serving and former U.S. military personnel. Philippine authorities have released jailed communist leaders in a move aimed at ending one of Asia's longest insurgencies. The 17 leaders were granted bail as a sign of goodwill ahead of peace talks in Norway that are scheduled for next week. Germany's Interior Minister Thomas de Maizière has proposed a partial ban of the burqa in public places. The full-face veil worn by some Muslim women has become a topic of national debate after 2 jihadist attacks and ahead of upcoming elections. The number of migrants living in France's Calais camp has surged over the past 2 months to nearly 7,000 residents. The population at the site is now the highest it has ever been since the camp's creation in the spring of 2015. Members of Nepal's LGBT community participated in the country's gay pride parade in Kathmandu. Hundreds of people from across the country took part in the rally campaigning for sexual rights in the country. Some participants said they still do not have equal rights despite a constitutional ban on discrimination on the basis of sexuality. And finally, a Brazilian chef has won the World Sushi Cup. A total of 27 chefs from 13 countries were vying for glory in the 2-day championship. According to the competition organizers, many restaurants outside of Japan serve sushi without proper knowledge and skills. The competition allows for chefs to learn and grow. And that's all for From the South. More on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English.